For Correspondences by Anne Michaels. Anne Michaels' Correspondences is a single, intensely lyrical poem of something over 700 lines in 54 unnumbered sections. With an exceedingly spare vocabulary and a voice as light as a whisper, the poem weaves recollections of Paul Celan, Nellie Sachs, and many others into an elegy for the author's father, Isaiah Michaels. The text is accompanied by reproductions of 26 gouache portraits by Bernice Eisenstein, and the physical book is designed and constructed in such a way that the portraits are subtly privileged over the text. In effect, the poem is hidden on the underside of the paintings. Yet the poem, for all its modesty, attempts something momentous. It is a sustained interrogation of language, memory, history, sunlight and rain in search of words that are simple and clean enough to speak, as Michael says, from some place deeper than a single heart. It is a search for a language not only the living, but also the dead might understand and trust. And it is an exercise in learning to read from and write on a highly elusive surface, the hidden place that Michaels calls the third side of the page.
Not our memory of the dead, but what the dead remember. And then we came, and you were no longer there. Everything in its place, your presence gone. We waited, went out, returned, but still nothing held the light after rain, for I looked there too, in the rain that fell. And yet, a soul can make the wind blow, make light and shadow through the trees, through rain, can be as near as your own skin. The rain that held the light that fell, the rain that fell, the light that held. This room and the love we lived here, that which your memory last looked upon. Your task now, perhaps, to forget not us, but the details of us, and love again, and love again, and love again, sealing the seam endlessly, one pressed to another, like metal folded over and again for strength, like pleated cloth gathered and pierced by the steel needle of that single moment of dying. And you will come back to me, and I will come back to you, and all the world will be a sign. All the world and every thought, every drop of paint to make sunlight or love in a human eye, every word that passes through our breath, every weight we hold and carry, every grasp of hair, grasp of heat, every cupping and every emptying, your warm hand, and both in mine, your soul's hand, above the hospital bed. They wanted you to shout oranges in the street, a few coins from the grocer to raise your voice. But you stared at the pyramid of perfume and oil and instinctively smelled your fingers for the vanished scent and felt into your pocket for the bit of peel carried since, and stood, the mud of another country still on your shoes, silenced by that bit of earth. While Celan in Paris wept for the same contraband, rangé and grancé, gnawing and grinding, between voix and voix, voice and path, between converse and his converse, between Ansel and Celan, between Meyer and Amory, between the Naaman and the Prut, between the Prut and the Seine, between soif and soif, rescue and thirst. Celan rushed from Paris to Stockholm and stood forever unadmitted outside her hospital door. "Come as quickly as possible," Sachs had written. And then, "Don't, under any circumstances, come."